Okay. Hello. I'm just getting myself sorted. Okay. And hoping that you can hear me and that this is relatively clear. Hello, Michelle. How are you, lovely? Okay. It's a little bit dark at the minute and it looks like the rain's coming over again, so we might have a few shadows, but we will soldier on. Hi Tina, how are you? Okay. I won't hang around waiting for people to join. I'm just going to make a start. Facebook Lives always make me really nervous. So I'm just going to, I think I might just jump straight in. So what I thought I might do today was share with you. I've had a few people ask me about my smaller scrapbooking style that I have been doing lately. So if you haven't seen, hi Maz, how are ya? If you haven't seen, this is some of the smaller scrapbooking that I have been doing. So these ones are 6 by 8. These little ones here, another one. And all I've been doing is just kind of scrapbooking little moments. I find now that I don't have very many big moments, I suppose, that need scrapbooking. And for me, this is all about just, I suppose, mental health more than anything else. This is what is my sanity, my crafting. So I find that rather than have to have the perfect masterpiece, I like to just document little moments along the way, and I like to do something every day. So if I was to scrap a 12 by 12 piece of every little photo that I take, I would have albums for years. And to be perfectly honest, at the end of the day, when I'm 6 feet under, I don't really give a stuff what my kids do with the albums. If they want to keep them, they can keep them. If they want to burn them, they can burn them. I don't care. I've had the pure joy of creating. It's helped me through some times in life. So what happens after that really doesn't bother me at all. So I decided I would start with some smaller scrapbooking. So this is a A4 piece of cardstock. With these little ones, these 6 by 8 ones, you can get little mini albums for them to fit in. So I've got this little one here, and you get the pockets as well for them to fit in. They fit in perfectly. Or I'll just stick in my big albums, the same as these ones. These just fit an A4 page protector. So I just slide them in there and I'll put them in with my big 12 by 12 albums. It doesn't really bother me. Like I said, this is just purely for me, for fun. I know other people like to document, you know, everything for their kids, all the rest of it. I don't know, maybe that might change once I get grandbabies, if that ever happens. But for the time being, I'm happy doing this. So what I thought I would do is I have, yeah, I agree, Tina. Hey, for me, it's purely about my enjoyment for me. And what they do after, I don't care. I mean, don't burn my scrap supplies. Like, I would love for them to find somebody else that they could give them to bring some joy to them. But the actual albums and stuff doesn't bother me at all. Hi, Nolene, are you home? Are you back? Okay, I need to crack on, otherwise I'll just sit and I'll chat and I'll get sidetracked. So this is another one of those photos that has just been kicking around. This was of Tam, I don't know, a few years ago now, when, you know, she would be quite happy to pose for photos using those filters. Nothing that she probably would even want to keep once I'm dead and buried, but I just wanted to scrapbook the photo. So I'm going with a smaller size. Like I said, this is just your A4 sheet of cardstock. Again, this is the Alpine White Smooth. It's from Couture Creations, and I use this one for my ink blending as well. It's lovely and smooth, and I find it really helps my ink blending over the top of my stencils as well. The only difference is that it does take a little bit longer to dry because it tends to sit on top of the paper rather than soak into the paper as quick as some of the other papers. So the other thing I thought I would play with today is this week, earlier in the week, we had just a bit of a play morning here, and we created these little card toppers using the new mini 3D fades. Cross them, the 28th, so you're not far away. These new 3D mini embossing folders. So these are the same design as the bigger ones, but the actual design is scaled down. So I kind of like these because if you were to cut down a full one, you wouldn't get the same detail. You lose a lot of the detail. So we created these through the week, and we just did a few different ways with the embossing folder to get colour on them. And we've also used the PinkFresh washi and die sets. So I thought I would follow on with that theme, and I had some bits and pieces left over, and I would create just a little layout with them. So these are my little embossing pieces that I had left over. They are about 3 by 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some colour on these. Whoops. And I'm just going to use my Distress Oxides. So this is a washi that we're going to use, and I'll show you how you use that shortly. So I've just picked out a couple of colours that I thought would go with the washi. So I've gone with the Shaded Lilac and the Tumbled Glass. And I'm just going to completely cover it. So I'm pressing quite firmly so I get into the back as well as the embossed parts, because with the extra colour I'm going to pop that on the embossed parts. Nolan, if you could bring back some warmer weather, that would be really appreciated. It's not nice here today. It's actually quite cool as well. Okay. So these blender brushes, you can use whatever brush you like. I like this one. Little bristles get into all the nooks and crannies really easily. So that's one. Oh, you reckon grandbabies will change my mind, Michelle? Can't see any of those on the horizon for a while. That's okay. I'm good with that. No grandbabies yet for me. "28 next Tuesday, you beauty." I might have to get my legs out, Debbie. Start running now. Okay, so these were just a couple of panels that were left over, and I thought I would use them up. Okay, so that's the tumbled glass. I'm now going to put some, hey Dee, Co-ordinating in Bunbury. I'm now going to pop some of this Shaded Lilac over the top. And I also find with the smaller images, because it's all quite compact, I find I can go direct over the top without a lot of it sinking through to the back. So I'm just gently going to rub over the top. So just a really light touch. There we go. And you can see how it's just hit the top of the embossed part. So I'll quickly do this one. So I'm not really using any pressure at all. Okay. So there's our pieces. Let's get rid of this. Oh, Tina, you can have some of our rain. We have had so much rain this winter. Okay, so my thinking is that my photo is going to sit in the middle towards the top. That's my thinking. And again, I'm thinking coloured cardstock. So I've pulled this coloured, this is just some scrap I've got laying around. I think that works. So I'm going to cut a piece of that to go at the back of my photo. Okay, let's just guess, shall we? Because I don't generally do measurements. Let's cut that off. Pencil. I'm not a measurer, I just pencil everything. So we're going to pencil about here. So oh gosh, that's a bit crooked, isn't it? What else have we got? That's not going to work for me. What's happened there? What else have we got? Got some scraps here. That's not big enough. Oh, you know what? That might even just work. Look at that. Yep. Perfect. Ha ha ha. That was more good luck than good management. 37. Whoa. No, I don't want it quite that hot. Fussy, aren't I? Okay, so I'm thinking I've got my photo here. This photo is a 3x4 photo as well. That's generally the size that I tend to scrap with. And then maybe, let's see how we go. So I'm not going to stick anything on yet either. This is my thinking. Right, so what I might do now is I might cut that washi. I'll show you how I do that. I'll slide that out the way. So your washi. This washi tape has a coordinating die. It also has a stamp, and they've also now released stencils that coordinate with it as well. So there's your washi. This is your stamp, which is exactly the same as your washi. So you can stamp your image and you can colour it in with your pencils, your Copics, whatever you like to use to colour. Here's the die. So the die coordinates to cut out your stamp or your washi. But then if you're not a colourer, they now also come with stencils. And this is, I think it's 5 in this one. 5-piece layering stencil. It could be 4. I haven't got eyes on. 6-piece, there you go. So 6-piece layering stencil to layer it all up in one go to colour it if you don't want to colour. So that's something that PinkFresh have just released, the stencils to go with the stamps. But we're just using the washi and the coordinating die. So I find the easiest way is, it is actually pretty forgiving, the washi. So I just pull a little bit out. Just layer on your card. And if you get a few little air bubbles, just get your nails into it. I find that it's actually really quite forgiving. You can really get in there and push it out. And then just gently, bit by bit, I just roll it out and flatten it as I go. I would also suggest when you're doing it that your cardstock that you're sticking it onto is a little bit bigger than the washi. Don't cut it exactly to the same size as your washi, otherwise if you go a little bit wonky, you won't be able to cut it. Okay, so that is one whole panel. So I'm just going to trim that. Scissors, you can never find scissors here. Everybody nabs them. Okay, so on this roll you will end up with at least 40 of these panels. So you'll get a wad load of cards or a wad load of scrapbooking out of it. There's different designs as well. This is another one that I have also got. This is another panel, so this is what they look like when they're cut, just to give you an idea. I've cut this one myself because I obviously had something in mind for that, which I haven't finished off yet. Okay, so just going to lift it up so you can see. There's no air pockets at all in there, but just a little bit here maybe. But if you give that a rub, that's going to be die cut anyway, so you're not going to see it. Okay. Okay, so now we need to die cut. Are we upside down? Okay. Right, I'm going to do it this way. It's because I think my washi is at the start of the roll. So when it's at the start of the roll, I should have cut this one off and then wheeled it out. I've been a bit dewy. I didn't want to waste any of it. So I'm just going to cut it through twice. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you've got it lined up. Tape it down. And make sure when you're taping it down with your washi, you want to try and get some of the cardstock because the washi doesn't stick very well to washi. Just pull out my die cutting machine. Plates. Come back a second time too, just because it's habit more than anything else. Hi Susie, how you doing? Dee, how long are you in Bunbury for? Okay, and then they just all pop out just like that. So I'm going to run the other one through now. Okay, upside down. I'm trying to get it lined up, but I don't want you to end up with a good view of me grey hairs either. Sorry if my head's in the way. Right, I think that might be good. Okay, I'll just trim this off, make life a bit easier. Yeah, it would, Michelle. Some of those really pretty purple papers from Scrap and Me, they would. I just went straight for doing my own colours because I couldn't think that far ahead what papers they would go with. But you're right. And they just pop out really easily. Okay. So we have our die cut washi. I'm going to bring this back in now. So I'm thinking now, I also have a little bowl here of bits and pieces that I tend to chuck things in, and I will generally go through that just to see if there is anything in there that I can use before I go pulling out anything else. I am going to look for some of these little die cuts because I really like these. Oh, there's even some more of those already. Maybe we could pull some more of them out too. Oh, look at that. Okay, so there's more of the pink ones. Oh, I wonder if some of the green leaves might go. Maybe we should try some of those. Let's pull them out. Okay. Okay, and a doily, because I need to have a doily. I'll be hanging around up here. Here we go. Okay, right. And awesome. Okay, first things first, we need a doily underneath my photo because that's just a given, right? I also don't generally tend to stick anything down until I'm sure exactly where I'm going to put anything. So yeah, this little one here, my boy Jake had a friend who gave me a wad load of dies, and in this wad load of dies was this little one here. Nothing on them is in packages, they were just all in a Ziploc bag. It's actually a design that Couture Creations did in a hot foil stamp, but I have asked if he would do it in a die because I've had so many comments on it. So working on it, I might have to get back onto him again. But it was originally a hot foil stamp, and someone's obviously, I would say, it's probably a dodgy one. Oh, 3 months, that's okay. That's pretty good, Dee. Okay, so what have we got? We've got, I'm going to keep this part down here relatively clean because that's generally how I like to work. Seeing as I've got these here already cut, we could use some of those, couldn't we? So, no chipboard today. I'm just keeping this really simple, and this is what I like about this smaller scrapbooking style as well, is that I don't have to get bogged down in all the other bits and pieces that you want to put on your page. It kind of limits you to using just a few things. I don't know if I like that green. It's a bit of a different green, maybe not. Okay, but let's pop this in maybe. Let's rip this one off. Right, okay, so I kind of like where that's going. So I'm going to commit to this bit here, I think. I don't know if we need something up here. Right, let's commit to this. So I'm going to take this down. Crash bang, that's my kids. Okay. Not taping to the edges, just in case I want to put something underneath here. Along the edges there maybe. Okay. I need my ruler. There we go. Now we're square. Okay. sun's out again. It's trying to anyway. Right. Oh, what's all that from? Ah, no. Something's... Oh, no. That's all right. We can work around it. It doesn't matter. I would say that the ink hasn't completely dried on the top of this paper. That's what I would say. All good. It's just paper. Let's see. Might see if we can rub that off actually. We can stick something else there. We'll find something. Did anyone try and get tickets for the grand final this morning? Poor Josh got online at 10 minutes to, and he was 102,000 in the queue ahead of him. So we missed out. Okay. So I'm just eyeballing to try and get the same distance from each side. There we go. Oh, my ruler, yeah, they're on back order, Maz. They've been on back order for a while. There's a few people that are waiting for them. But if you want one, I'll let you know when they're in. Being a little bit anal, I like to have things straight. This is annoying me. Let me see if we can fix this. Man, I must have... Look at me. I must be covered in it. No, this is not going to work because it needs a new nib. Okay. We're going to have to come back and fix that later. Right. My photo. So my photo I'm going to pop up on foam tape. I must have ink on my mat or something. Oh, look, you can see it on the back here too. Oh, you know what's going to happen now, don't you? Is it on my photo? Oh no. Goodness me, I am in all kinds of trouble this morning. And yeah, I am a little bit of a tiger for the foam tape. Oops. Okay. Can't believe I did that. Actually, what I could do is actually just stick another piece of white card over the top, but let's finish it off and see how we go. We've still got room here. Yeah. Right, okay. That's probably lucky because of the ink. We may need a bit of glue, I think. A crooked line, hey Maz. I like to walk a crooked line. Okay. You guys going now? How's that? Pretty good. See you later, guys. Have a good day, Tam. Say hello to Nan, Josh.
Yeah.
So, Joshua is taking Tamika to work for me, and he's going to go and have coffee with my mum. So I have the house to myself again. How cool is that? Okay, let's try this way. Yep. Language. My goodness. Make your hair curl. Maybe I need to cut this one again, have it a little bit longer. Let's just cut it. I don't like those yellow bits. So I'm just going to trim them off. Oh my goodness, I hope you can't hear that language. I don't know where they get that from. That's better. Oh, that's really annoying me. Okay, what have we got? We've got some of this here maybe. Yeah, let's pop some of that under there. You're crooked. Yeah, this is why I don't do mixed media at all, Michelle, because I can't stand the mistakes with the messiness. It's not. I like that pristine white clean look. Everybody else seems to do mixed media perfectly, but not me. I just seem to stuff it every time. Oh. Oh look, see, it's not so bad. Can you see it that much? Whoa, listen to that rain. And you know what, Michelle, as long as you enjoy the process, it really doesn't matter, does it? Because that's all that matters, as long as you enjoy the process. Okay, I think I'm going to pop this here. Yeah. Foam tape? Yeah, let's do some foam tape. So this foam tape is an old Kaisercraft one, and it's not quite as high as the one that I usually use, which sometimes is good. Too fat. It's gotten very dark and it's tipping it down here. Okay, what else have we got? So these make really lovely cards as well. Not a fan of that yellow, hey. Oh well, I'm going to put that right there to cover up the sink, the tap, I think. Flat maybe. Yeah, let's just stick this one down. Don't buy the multi-pack from Spotlight. Oh, the foam, is it no good? Tina, is that on the big roll? The great big fat one? It's got meters and meters on. Because I've had a look for it here in Bunnings and I can't find it. I know it's all going to get crushed once it's in an album, but it gives it a little bit of movement at the minute. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe something under here, maybe like a punched edge. Let me see what I've got in my punches maybe. 2 seconds. Long drawer, still finding it where things are after I've moved. Right, let's try this one here. And I might do white. White maybe. Okay. Near the paint. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to have a look because I've looked a few times and I can't find it. Okay. Whoa, that's thick card. Yeah, it's too thick, that one. What else have we got? Yeah, it's way too thick. No wonder that's not going to work. I need some thinner stuff. Okay, and I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go back to my favourite. An oldie but a goodie. Oh, I reckon we've got just enough maybe. What, one more? Okay. Let's trim this. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not a measurer at all. I kind of figured if it looks good, it doesn't really matter what the measurements are. So go on your eye. Okay. Now. Right, so I'm going to have to cut this anyway now because I've glued too far down. Where's my pencil gone? Trim that one again. And that hopefully is going to cover up a little bit of that mess too. Making sure we're straight. Trim that off. Whoops. Okay, so I think probably doesn't need a lot more embellishing. I think what it does probably need is a title, and oh, actually that might work just a little bit under there. What do you reckon? I think so, to break up some of this blue background paper. Does need a title. And I think it needs another pop of black. So I'm going to bring out my splodge stamp. I'm just trying to make sure you can't see those edges, the cut edges. Okay. I'm going to do the stamping last because in case I smudge it, and again I'm working on this really smooth cardstock. I probably should have picked the stuff that wasn't as smooth. So I always struggle with titles. I always tend to use just generic stuff. I have heaps of these thickers and I don't know, I can't seem to use them. I've pulled them out because I thought the gold might have gone with something, but I don't know, they just, I want them to float my boat, but they just don't. Yeah, okay. And then I've also pulled out these ones here, chipboard. So I thought I could use that our everyday life. I could even use these little page pebbles. I don't know, what do you reckon? Let's just push them all out, hey, and let's just see. So these are Dusty, favourite ever chipboard. I must admit, I do miss being on their DT, but I still get to play with their awesome products, so that's pretty good. So generally there's 2 or 3 notches, and once you break those notches you will find that your chippy just falls out like that. Well, that could work, couldn't it? Look, at the minute she's anything but happy, and Cherish is probably a little bit too steep at the minute, but anyway, let's see what else we can find. Maybe Smile. Not that that happens much with her at the moment either. 18-year-old girls, mate, shoot me. We could do Smile. I don't know, I think I kind of like this one. What do you reckon? Happy. Oh, I keep coming back to this one. Maybe I should just stick with this. Our everyday life. When she was that age, that was all that she did, was use those selfie filters. Maybe I might just go with that one. I like the font. I'm gonna work with that. I don't know what colour I'm gonna do yet. Maybe, let's see, my inks. My trusty Card Deco inks, maybe in the there's a blue purple there. That one might work. Or the violet. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do the blue purple first, because if that's no good, we can go over it with the darker one. So let's just move that before I destroy it even more. Okay. So that's, oh yeah, I think that could work. What do you reckon? Let's put some of this deeper colour on the scrap chipboard. So I really like these. Oh, what if I have some left in it? Oh, here we go. I really like these card deco inks on chipboard because you can see you don't need to gesso the chipboard, and it's got that beautiful sheen in it as well. I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to give this one more going over, and I'm going to add some, oh boy, the joys of working with white. Add some embossing powder to it as well. Okay, what have we got? Clear embossing powder might be a little tricky to come by. Oh, here we go. Tiny little dribble of it left. And cover that. Gee whiz. A little bit there. That will do. Pop that to the side. You could use that ink. The only problem is that it's a pigment ink. So I find the pigment ink is a lot wetter. So I would be a lot lighter handed with it. So with the, sometimes it kind of bleeds a little bit. You don't get the really crisp image that you get with a dye-based ink. We'll have to have a little go with the stencils and the card deco ink. We can do that actually. So a bit noisy, sorry. Just take it off. Okay, I think we are done. Yeah, I like that colour better than the other one. But I think what I might also do is perhaps maybe put a little bit of gold on it, because the washi, I don't know if you can tell, the washi has gold foiling in it. So a little bit of gold on the title maybe. This is the vintage gold. Now I'm going to get my hands dirty again. So I'm not going to completely cover it, I'm just going to put it in parts. Okay. Ugh. There you go. I'm going to stick that there. Right about there, I think. We straight, where's my ruler before it dries? Yep, looks pretty good. Okay, so I want some black splatters. And now, I would normally use the VersaFine Claire in the black, but this paper, because it's so slick, I'm a little bit worried that it's going to take forever to dry. So I might stick with the Ranger, maybe. I just grabbed the first piece of white A4 card I found, and I really probably should have looked a bit harder. Okay, so where are we going to go? We're going to go about here, maybe here. Let's try here, I think. Yep. And then when I stamp, I'm going to turn it around so it doesn't go the same way. So, no, we'll go here. Yep. I would really like to go one more, but it's not going to stamp very well on that textured part. Maybe I could go, maybe. Was to go here. Don't know. Let's just try. Let's just do it. Hey. Oh, do we do it? I feel like it needs something else up there. Done now. No going back. Oh, crap. Let's just line it up again, maybe. Maybe I should just leave it. Just leave things alone. Done it now. There we go. Okay, and I think maybe some, what do you reckon, pearl drops? Oh, okay, maybe some rhinestones. Rhinestones? What do you reckon? Do they go? They're a bit dark. These dewdrops, maybe. They're quite pretty. I might try those. Too big. Nope, don't want those on. Let's go back with these wee ones in groups of 3, I think. These ones are really tiny. chasing them around the page. Oh. 2, 3. Some up here maybe. What do you reckon? I think they might get a little bit lost in here. There's a bit too much going on. 2, 3, 1. Maybe I might just stick down to this bottom part here. So I think they might get lost with all that embossing and colour up there. They're a bit tiny. Oops. There we go. I think we're done. I don't think I need to. I just want to use all the pretty washi, but I don't really think that I need to. I think I have enough. Let me just straighten that up and see if that will work. Don't know. What do you think? Does it need that extra one there? Am I overdoing it? What do you reckon? I don't mind that bit there. Don't know. Made a right royal balls up of that. Where's my rubber? Need a... Can't find one of those either. Can't find anything in here at the minute. I don't know. You like both ways. I don't mind this piece being here. I quite like that. Because it kind of takes off that harsh edge a little bit. Oh. Not up there. I think I might commit to this one. Right, I'm going to commit to that bit. Oh gosh. Also don't have glasses on, which probably is half of my downfall. Far out. That's actually a good idea, Michelle. Maybe baby wipe. I wonder if we've got some baby wipes somewhere. Oh, you know what's going to happen in a minute, don't you? It's just going to come out in a great big blob. Right, here we go. That'll do. Okay, I keep coming back, don't I? Trying to kind of cover that little bit there. I think I really don't like this yellow. I've got got no baby white, but I wonder if... Bit of water. Let's just see. I should just leave well alone, shouldn't I? I'll end up making it worse. See, I could put that there and that would solve the problem. Let's see if we spit. Now, spoken like a true nana. Right, I'm just going to see if I can get rid of these yellow bits. I don't know what it is about them. I really don't like them. So that's the other thing with this washi tape. If you don't want to get the coordinating die, you can still just stick it on cardstock and fussy cut around it. Ah, there we go. That might be better. What do you reckon? Maybe I need to just sit on it. Sit and think. I don't think it needs anything else though. I think we've got more than enough. She says as she starts layering more stuff under it. No, that's it. I reckon that's it. I reckon we're done. So that's just a little bit of an insight how I scrap my smaller layouts. So these ones here, like I said, were the 6x8, but these are actually printed on a sprocket printer as well. So they're only a 3x2 size photo. Half of this one here is a 3x4. But again, you could use a 4x6 on this size as well. Just, yeah, up to you. So it means that you can kind of keep, because it's smaller size, you kind of kept to a minimal of what you can put on it, which is what I quite like. And you can use up some bits and pieces laying around. So this one here was just a stencil set and some scrap paper. This one here was some leftover 49 and Market embellishments and the rub-ons. And again, this was the same, just a stencil and some 49 and Market rub-ons and some leftovers. So it's a good way of busting some of your stash as well, your leftovers. Yeah, that's a good idea as well, Michelle. Hey, so I just picked my favourite. I just picked my two favourite. I mean, they're all my favourites, but I limited it to two. So I picked the English Garden and this other purple and blue one. I thought was quite pretty as well. So that's it, ladies. Done. Dusted. I hope you found something useful out of that. I'll take a photo and pop it up so that you can see some of the details. It's probably a little bit fuzzy through the live. No worries. No worries, Maz. Take care. Okay, ladies. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hey, these things are always a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but I'm muddled through it. So, thank you. And if I can help at all with anything, let me know. Otherwise, I will chat to you soon. See you later.